So this problem is looking at a medication dose and figuring out how many milliliters needs to be given. So it says ordered amoxicillin 0.15 grams. So we're going to write that down, 0.15 grams, and it tells us POQ8H. If you haven't looked this up already, PO means by mouth. If you're taking medical terminology, you'll find the actual meaning of that, but it translates to something that means by mouth. Q8H means every 8 hours. So something you're going to see when you do medications, not necessarily something we have to do anything with on this problem. This is one of the problems that was provided to me, I believe, by the College of Nursing as one of the med math examples that they do on the med math exams during your first semester of nursing school. So 0.15 grams by mouth every 8 hours for a patient with cystitis. Note that we really don't care what the medication is here at this point. We really don't care what the problem is. What we're worried about is the dosing. So we're focusing on the numbers here. So the suspension contains 200 milligrams. So this is how the medication is shipped to the provider. So 200 milligrams of amoxicillin per 5 milliliters of solution. So every time you see the word per, okay, what you're really looking at is you're given a relationship. It's telling you some connection between two numbers. So every time you see the word per, you can think, I can write this as a fraction line. I'm going to have something on the top and something on the bottom. So we have 2 milligrams per 5 milliliters of solution. And the question is asking us how many milliliters per dose. So I'm going to write milliliters equals question mark. First thing I do here in this problem is I pull out all the numbers I'm going to use, so I'm not going back and forth from problem to numbers in my work. So what I see here is I've got 0.15 grams. I have milligrams per milliliter. What kind of unit do we want to start with? The simple unit or the compound unit? We want to start with our simple unit, okay? Because we don't want to start our problem with a relationship. So here I'm going to put down my 0.15 grams. Okay. I know that no matter what, on the bottom of the next step, I have to have grams because I want to be able to cancel out grams. I see that in my relationship that was given here, okay, in the relationship that was given, whoops, the relationship that was given here, it's got milligrams instead of grams. So I'm going to have to get from grams to milligrams. So what I'm going to do is I know I'm going to have milligrams on top here because I want to convert to milligrams. Now I have to remember the expression. I put the 1 with the prefix. So up here my number has a prefix with it. So it's got the milligrams there. And I put the meaning. So I put the meaning of milli, which is 10 to the minus 3, with the base unit. So the base unit is grams, liters, meters, the one that doesn't have a prefix in front of it. So put the 1 with the prefix, put the meaning of that prefix with the base unit. So now I can cancel out grams and grams. But now I have milligrams and I'm trying to get to milliliters, so I have to use some other relationship to get between those. So what's going to go on the bottom of the next step? Okay, we have to have milligrams because I have milligrams on top here, and if I want to get rid of it, I have to have milligrams on the bottom here so that they will cancel out. So now I look for some relationship that helps me get from milligrams to milliliters. I could go back to grams, but that's not going to help me get to the answer. And so I look at the relationship that was given in the problem, and it tells me that for every 200 milligrams, there were 5.0 milliliters. So I have a relationship that was given. I use that relationship exactly as given. I'm not doing any math or any adjustments to those numbers. I just put it in as it was given in the problem. Now my milligrams can cancel, and what units I'm left with are milliliters. Now I can go through and do the math. So I have my 0.15 times 5, and I'm going to divide that by the 1 e to the minus 3. I find the answer to that, and then I divide by 200. So I get 3.75 milliliters. And when I look at this seems reasonable because I have 5 milliliters is 200 milligrams. If we did just the math on the grams to milligrams, we'd find this is about 150, or this is 150 milligrams, so I'm expecting a little bit less than 5 milliliters. We do have to look at significant figures. If I look at my original values given, I have 2 sig figs there, 3 and 2. Notice there is a decimal point there after the 200, so those zeros are significant. That's why we put that decimal point there. So when I convert this, I actually get to the right number of sig figs, or round it to the right number of sig figs, I get 3.8 milliliters.